Hi, I'm Julie,
And I'm Carmen.
and we are going to talk you through objectives of the QMRAIV Train the Trainer program. By the end of this module, you will identify the main components of the teaching theory underlying our training and begin to formulate your own QMRA teaching case studies that can be applied in your classroom.
So we want to talk about some key terms. Teaching theory, which is an explanation of how we absorb, process, and retain knowledge. There's a research case study, which is an in-depth, detailed examination of a particular issue or event with a real-world context. And what we're going to be focusing on in this training is a teaching case study, which is an educational tool to facilitate learning about an analysis of a real-world situation. So why is this important? It is important because this explains the broader relevance of the train-the-trainer approaches. We're going to be establishing the basis from which the training of trainers is being undertaken. So we're going to establish why you should be learning what we're teaching you. And then it's also a benefit to participants. So you're going to be able to explain the steps that need to be taken and the type of information needed to train others during a teaching case study for QMRA.
So where does this fit into our training? So this module is going to provide an overview of the training theory that underpins all of the modules that we'll be doing for Train the Trainer. I want to walk you through it. This is the training theory. It comes from Teaching as Design Science from 2002. So let me walk you through each of the components of this theory. First, we have teacher concepts. So these are the QMRA skills and knowledge that you hold as a trainer. We have the learning environment, the classrooms, the workshops, maybe even the laboratories where you are doing instruction. We have the concepts that learners are bringing in and also changing as they learn. So they're building those skills and knowledges, in this case, to do QMRA. We have the practice that students are engaging in as they work through problems. And then we have co-learning and co-teaching, which is particularly important when we think about QMRA. This is where peers are bringing in their concepts and peers are together practicing solving problems. You as an instructor house skills and knowledge that you convey through classrooms or workshops to help learners in building and practicing their own skills and abilities, which will continue to build through discussion and collaboration with peers. That's our training theory.
And that might have been a little bit fast. So if you need to, go ahead, pause the video and rewind, take a deeper look at the slides, and then you can start the video again.
Thank you, Carmen. Do you want me to talk through this?
Sure, go for it.
Happy to. So we're going to be talking about problem-based learning as a particular approach to teaching, because we're talking about teaching case studies. And as you move through these modules, you will learn that a teaching case study is a form of problem-based learning. In traditional learning, we're all familiar with this model. We're told what we need to know. Typically, we memorize what we're told, and then we're given a problem to demonstrate our ability to use the information that we memorized. Problem-based learning flips this on its head. A problem is given to students, it's assigned. The students identify what they need to know through mentoring and guidance from trainers and teachers. And then the students learn what they need to learn to then apply to solving a problem. Problem-based learning is incredibly effective for teaching people how to solve problems. This slide, I love it. It's beautiful. It shows many different benefits of problem-based learning. Pause this video, explore it for yourselves, just to highlight a few. Carmen, would you like to?
Sure. If you look at this beautiful picture, you can see when you're doing problem-based learning that individuals are more engaged in the learning process. They learn how to be project managers, and they become very good problem solvers. And overall, they make a deep connection between the ideals and the problem.
Awesome. Pause and check this out. Problem-based learning with teaching case studies are going to do 5 things. We're going to see this slide again as we work through our modules, just to highlight. Teaching case studies help students to define a problem and then brainstorm ideas for how they might go about solving that problem. Students engage in research to investigate the problem. They engage with their peers over and over and over again as they work in a group to share what they found in their research, to teach each other, and to collectively work towards a solution. Students will then present their work to each other, to their instructors, to mentors, to others in the community, to share what they found and done, to share what they think their solutions are, and also to share other work that might need to be done to continue to work on this problem. And finally, there's a review process where the students will review each other, instructors will review students. And again, we like to think about bringing in people from industry or others from outside of that classroom setting to help review the problem solving students have engaged in.
All right, now it's your turn. Who are you as a teacher? This is where you begin to become interactive with the video. Think about your own courses or workshop. And what we're going to ask you to do is take 10 minutes and write down responses to the following. When it comes to QMRA strengths, what are your strengths or weakness relative to QMRA skills and knowledge? That can be a tongue twister.
What are your strengths or weaknesses relative to QMRA skills and knowledge?
There you go. How will these impact your ability to teach with case studies? And who will you turn to for help? Next, your instructional style. How do your learners already practice their learning and collaborate with their peers? What will you need to incorporate to fully take advantage of teaching case studies?
You might not know all of the answers to these questions yet. We just want you to think about it for now. You'll return to this as we work through the asynchronous, the synchronous, and the in-person learning. Pause the video, set a watch for 10 minutes, and then join us. In conclusion, QMRAIV Train the Trainer, all of the videos you're going to see about teaching and learning stems from what we already know about teaching and learning. There's lots of work out there. We've built this training from that work. The teaching theory that underlies the QMRAIV Train the Trainer acknowledges teachers and learners have skills and knowledge that they bring to the classroom and that they build in the classroom. It acknowledges the environment in which you're teaching and the importance of peer engagement, interaction, and co-learning. Teaching case studies, which we're going to be focusing on, are one problem-based learning approach that is particularly relevant to QMRA. Thank you for joining us.
See you soon.